What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Nerds Lair. It's been a minute. It's me, El Juancho, as always, joined by good old Steven from the hit show Geek Takeover.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to be back in this environment.
Yeah, we're just crossing over.
Yeah,
Just
for
what
now,
wrapped up. Last of Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one more Last of Us video, and then I don't know what's after that.
Maybe predictions, or is that what you're doing next? I take it
I don't know. I
for
I
the
have
first
no.
time in a while. You're just like, damn, I don't have.
Oh, maybe Ironheart, because Ironheart I think is coming out shit soon.
Well, unless I was gonna say Ballerina, but did you say you're not going to watch that in theaters?
At least not in theaters. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. He's like, I'll watch it when it comes out, but not in theaters. Another way. That's I forget. I keep forgetting that's out this weekend, even though they've been marketing it.
You know what's before we even get into topics talk about marketing, since you brought it up, you know what's crazy that's coming out in like a week that doesn't seem to have a lot of marketing? Like, well, let me not like a lot of like commercials.
Hmm.
How to Train Your Dragon. Like, sure, it has Epic Universe, which just opened. Sure, it's a remake of a animated classic,
Yeah,
and sure, it has the Burger King meal. But like TV spots, teasers, I haven't come across a lot of those. And it's coming out like next week, I think.
oh damn, I forgot it was. I thought it came out in July. Damn.
No, it's I think it's June 11th.
Hmm. Oh shit. Already has steep competition because there's a Leo and Stitch came out recently.
Hmm. And it's probably going to be the first billion of 2025.
Yeah, but
It
you
may be
start
the
from
only billion of 2025.
maybe who knows. We'll see in July, won't we?
Yeah, yeah, we will.
But what's called start something a little different. We don't talk about comic stuff, but out of left field, Batman and Deadpool, and then Deadpool and Batman. Geek, are you excited? Do you care? Were you shocked?
I think I'm shocked by the choice. Um, I think it's cool. I like when these two giants decide to cross over and work together. I think that really kind of tries to bring the fans together if they're one side or the other. I think it's an interesting choice for Deadpool. Um, Batman, I get. I think what probably would have been a cooler and better story, truth be told, probably would have been Nightwing and Spider Man, if I'm just being honest. I think that would sell a hell of a lot more issues than Batman and Deadpool. That's just me. But it definitely brings up a from not Flashpoint, but I think the Doomsday Clock or Doomsday Watch a couple years ago. Actually, I think it was pre-COVID. It was DC was when they were doing Rebirth. Um, there was a tease of a secret crisis, and I think the tease featured Superman versus Hulk.
Oh,
So I don't foresee DC and Marvel doing something like super canon like that. Like it would just be one shots. But if they did something canon, like a secret Secret War slash Crisis crossover, oh dear God, they would
the
have to
matchup.
make money out of a different color. It would be selling so fast.
The stock market will crash.
They would have to make pennies again. That's how much currency would be going out.
Yeah, I was telling Jay it works in a weird way. Like it's because they're both very drastically different characters,
Hmm.
but it could be fun. What comes out this summer? Definitely.
I think the first one is like August, and then the second one is like November, December. I think.
Yeah, so I'll definitely pick those up. Though I'm curious, they said they have more planned for next year. Who will be next? And
Well, I mean, like I already said, I think Spider-Man and Nightwing
yeah.
would be a clear cut.
Or
Specifically, I think would be cool would be Nightwing and Miles Morales, the legacy characters.
oh yeah. Or like having one where like the villain, like a villain team up with another villain or whatnot. You know, and there's another thing that was brought up. A lot of people are speculating now. Like, could you see this? You know, other than like maybe Fortnite, them doing like other kind of crossovers in other mediums, like a video game or something soon.
Soon? No.
No.
Video game? That'd be awesome. I think that would sell like a motherfucker, but I just don't foresee it happening. Um,
In our lifetime.
no, I don't. I don't see it happening in any other medium.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can just transition now. This pretty unfortunate news. Was announced like 2 years ago. The Black Panther game.
I think it was just last year.
Was it last year? Damn.
I think so.
So it's very recent, and just was it like last Thursday or last week? Some point last week, it was just announced. Yep, it was canceled following Wonder Woman. Geek, what do you think? And also the more important question: who do you think is next? It's the thing people have been
Um,
asking. Well, I know you're a big Black Panther fan, so of course it sucks and just people losing their jobs and whatnot.
it definitely does suck.
Yeah,
Because we definitely don't have a lot of superhero video games to begin with.
yeah,
And with that being canceled, that pretty much leaves us with Rise of Hydra, Iron Man by EA, and then Blade.
yeah.
And if you ask me which one would be getting canned next, it probably would be honestly. Oh, and Wolverine. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting about Wolverine by Insomniac. So you know what? Maybe I'll just say Wolverine because it's you know I don't know. But I also have my own theory about Wolverine. I think once Insomniac got hacked and all their stuff got leaked, they got petty. They're like, "Oh, you guys want to leak our stuff? All right, cool. We're just not going to do it anymore."
Yeah.
But I don't know. It sucks. I don't really understand why they would cancel it, but we live in a day and age where unless you're from a big name studio, aka Naughty Dog, Rockstar, Basuda, EA, you probably won't get made. Or if you're not an online multiplayer battle royale or something like that, you're getting canned, or you're not going to be very successful.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks too, and probably assume you probably saw the concept art too. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I've
Pretty
seen some concept art. I heard what the game and should have been.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, at the same, like, it sucks. But at the same time, we are getting Black Panther and Captain America. It may
yeah.
not be T'Challa and Shuri, but I'll take what I can get.
Which I will say too, that at least we did get an update with that recently. Like they said, it's gonna be next year now. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe it got because I think it was supposed to come out this winter, and now it's getting pushed back to sometime next year, mid next year, I believe.
if I had to take a guess which one's getting canned, personally, I would just go Iron Man, only because EA was gonna do Black Panther. So but hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully a lot of these make it. If not, you know, hopefully like there's another attempt at a solo Black Panther game eventually.
Maybe one day.
One day. We can hope, man. But what's it called? Recently, I forgot. It was like the head of, like, or one of the producers from the Batman. Pretty much teased. I mean, what we all assumed. We're getting more spin-offs in the Batman universe. Questions for you, Geek. What do you think this could be, or what these could be, and how does this affect the development of the Batman Part Two?
Well, hopefully that just means we're getting the Batman Part Two. Um, but I mean, there's not really a lot of things you could do besides you could do a Penguin season two. you could do Catwoman, and you can do Gordon, and that's kind of about it.
Mm.
Oh, and you could do Riddler, but besides that,
Maybe Joker.
but he unless you watch the deleted scenes, he's not canon yet,
Oh,
or
true.
not. It's not that he's not canon. He hasn't been introduced yet.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't think they introduce a character via a show. At least I don't feel like they would do that, but it does make me excited. Like if it's the people involved with the Penguin and obviously the Batman, they could do no wrong. It's just, I guess it's a thing I've been seeing a lot of people like, whoa, are they focusing more on these and then less on the Batman? I don't think that's the case, but
It's definitely a weird case that it's taken this long to get a Batman Part Two. Maybe the whole shift has just caused like behind the scenes issues. Maybe it could just been something personal with Matt Reeves. Um, but it's definitely weird.
yeah. Well, that's not the only stuff getting delayed, which we'll get to more later. But out of the blue, another thing I didn't expect: Mark Ruffalo is rumored to be in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. What do you think of this, geek?
I think a couple things. They can't use they can't make a solo Hulk film, so we throw Hulk in random stuff. That's how it goes. Um, I think one thing that'll be cool is well, let me first start with one thing. If Mister Negative is actually in the movie and a antagonist, it would be really nice to see him do his thing and split Banner and Hulk again, so that way we don't have Smart Hulk. Because I can only handle Smart Hulk for so long.
Yeah,
And then by doing that, I think it would be really cool to see Hulk remember Peter. Because in the comics, I remember after he did the deal with Mephisto, Hulk, specifically Hulk, not Banner, remember that Spider Man was Peter Parker. And I think that is something that will be much needed for our web slinger.
yeah, yeah. This tracks because pretty much up until now we've always had a supporting character be first we have Tony Stark, Nick Fury, Doctor Strange, and Hulk. So it's not. At first I was like, what would he be doing there? But what you said, I feel like they could be adapting that. And with the classic Hulk thing, at first people were like, ooh, we might get him here, but I don't know if they do that. But after what you just said, I think, you know, that could be a chance. Now.
That's also really weird to think about it. That Spider Man is feels like he almost has to have an Avenger.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a contract thing, but like okay, the first one having Tony, fine, I can kind of understand it.
Yeah.
Second one having Nick Fury, per the plot, it makes sense, but Spider Man doesn't need Nick Fury.
Yeah.
No Way Home, again, for the plot, it makes sense, but he doesn't need Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
For this, he doesn't like it's so weird. It's such
Yeah.
a weird thing.
And, it'd be funny if. I'm not saying this would be the case, but I forgot who I mentioned this to. It'd be funny if Sony, all right, if Hulk's going to be in this, he has to be Hulk. I could
Mm-hmm.
see them being like, none of the smart Hulk stuff. People want to see Hulk and Spider Man because it did make a lot of people realize we have yet to see Bruce and Peter interact, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Yeah, so that'd be a fun dynamic. But I guess to the other to the main news of the day, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secretwars have been delayed to both December of their respective years.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Geek, what do you think of this? And also, how does this affect Brand New Day too?
Okay. As far as for Brand New Day, I don't know. Because on one hand, it'd be nice to have another Marvel movie come out before Doomsday to maybe help set stuff up.
Yeah,
But on the other hand, do you delay it because maybe whatever happens in Brand New Day directly is impacted because of Doomsday, so maybe they don't want to switch it up? Because then it'd be similar to a case of COVID and No Way Home.
and
Because
what
No Way Home
multiverse of
was
madness?
almost basically Craven's last hunt, but
Yeah,
then COVID happened and boom, everything has changed. American Chavez was going to be in the first script because it was supposed to
yeah,
come out before Doctor Strange.
yeah. And then,
So, you know, I don't know if they want to do that again, so I don't foresee it
or
getting
you mean
pushed back.
afterwards? It was gonna come after Multiverse of Madness. No Way Home.
You're right. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, you good.
But so I don't think they want to do that again because I think that kind of like made things, I don't know, kind of complicated because things like I said had to change. So I don't foresee Brand New Day getting impacted. But as far as for the dates moving, I have two thoughts. One, it's extremely weird not to have a Marvel film in the middle of summer because that's always hit movie of the summer.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it'll literally be coming out a week after my first wedding anniversary. So I told Mandy, I was like, I found what we could do for our wedding wedding anniversary. We're gonna go see Avengers, baby. So that's cool. Plus, also somebody I saw on a podcast brought up the fact that Star Wars was always a summer movie. Then Force Awakens comes out, and now it's a holiday movie. People go to movie theaters on Christmas more than any other time of the year. Star Wars has made billions upon billions of dollars, so maybe being in the wintertime will be a good idea.
Obviously,
Also,
Spider Man.
yeah,
No Way Home.
yeah, exactly. But also, I will say this because it's supposed to come out the same day as Dune Messiah. Two things about that. One, if neither movie stays, they're both going to do fine. But I think more people are going to flock to Avengers than Dune. That's just the truth. But also, too, I don't think Dune is going to want to
Oh,
compete with Marvel, as well as if you're a movie theater and you're told we have 10 IMAX screens, 10 Dolby screens, 10 40X screens, what do you want to give to Avengers and what do you want to give to Dune? Everything to Marvel. I think that's if movie theater is smart, they're going to want as all their eggs in the Marvel basket.
yeah. And I guess I can start this off, but I guess this helps a lot. A lot of people, I guess for the first time in a while, the internet, people have been agreeing this helps a lot because, I mean, they also feel like people are being dramatic. They did just start filming recently, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's. But what else I was going to add? I mean, other than Spider Man, really, you haven't had a lot of. Right? I can't think of a Marvel movie that came out in December, right? MCU.
Um. Shit. Um. I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think the latest it's been probably been November.
Yeah, we had what, Eternals.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess Marvels, right?
no, the Marvels was July.
Was it
No,
July?
the Marvels was a summer movie. I remember.
Oh, it was? Oh, no.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, so we barely, at least, well, actually,
Yeah.
but yeah, like in December, we barely have had any Marvel movies. So this would be interesting. How with Spider-Man Brand New Day, do you think this is a no-brainer now. Peter or Spider-Man will definitely be in it. People are still in doubt, even though there's that. Before we got on, there's that report. Oh, Sony's trying to work out a deal.
I think Feige wants Spider-Man in Doomsday. I think he's smart and knows how popular that character is. You'd have to be dumb to not know. But ultimately, it does come down to Sony.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's smart to have Spider-Man in Doomsday, but I guess we'll see.
Oh yeah, I guess that delays it. Or sorry, that ends it. That ends the topics. Unless you got a good old trivia.
Yeah, I got some stuff. I can see how easy this is for you, and then if it's too easy, I can give you another one.
All right.
All right. So this is an old thing that I've had saved since April, just to throw that out there.
Oh.
So there are only 3 actors that have been confirmed to star in Doomsday that have appeared in all 5 phases of the MCU. Can you name me those 5 actors?
So I got Tom Hiddleston,
Correct.
Sebastian Stan,
Correct.
Chris Hemsworth.
Correct. Okay, so that was definitely way too easy. All right. Let me see. Where's my other one at? Because I've had a couple that I've saved.
Stashed away.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. All right. I got this one. This is going to be a little hard. So it's all of since Endgame, all of the movies' Rotten Tomato scores I have pulled up in front of me. I'm gonna go through movie by movie. I'm not gonna expect you to get the exact number, but I want to see if you can try and get in between 5% of the correct score.
Okay. This is
Or
obviously
do
like
you
the
want?
critic only, not the fan.
Yeah, this looks like it's just the critic score.
Okay.
Or I can give you the score and you can try and guess the movie.
I think I'll go with the second one.
The score and then guess the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want highest to lowest or lowest to highest?
Uh, I'll do lowest to highest.
Probably, yeah, lowest to highest is probably easier. Okay. So the first one is 46%.
Eternals.
No.
Um, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Next, 47%.
Eternals.
Yes. Third is 48%.
And you just said just movies, right?
Yes, this is strictly movies.
Okay. Uh, the Marvels.
No.
Mm,
And you gotta remember, you don't have to be biased. You have to think, what do the critics not like?
yeah. For the
And
record, I
again,
did like Eternal.
no, you're
I
good.
just I
And
just remembered that was yeah.
no, you're good. And again, this is from Far From Home all the way to Thunderbolts.
Oh, okay.
If you want to come back to it, I can go to the next one if you want.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay. Next one would be 62%.
Black Widow.
No. You'll be surprised when you get to that one.
Not Black Widow. Is it the Marvels?
That is the Marvels.
Okay.
And when you want to go back to the 48, just let me know. So next one after that is 63%.
3. Wait, I think I got 48. Maybe.
Okay.
Is it Captain America?
Unfortunately, yes, it is.
Oh, damn. All right, so got Captain America, then Marvels, and then
63%.
63. It's called uh Multiverse of Madness?
No. It is a sequel movie.
Love and Thunder?
Yes, it is. Which, before I go on, the fact that Love and Thunder is 63%, but fucking Captain America is 48 is
Mind-boggling.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is a huge jump. So this is a 74%.
Oh. Thunderbolts?
No,
Black Widow?
no. Um,
Shang-Chi?
it's no, it's involving someone that was kind of touched upon not too long ago.
Oh.
Perhaps in our last topic.
Is it Far From Home?
No. Close ish.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit.
All right. Next one is 78%.
Black Widow?
No. I told you you're gonna be surprised.
Oh, shit. Thunderbolts?
No. You're not putting a lot of respect on that name.
Hey, I technically be New Avengers. Shit.
Um I'm trying to
Did
think of
we
hints that don't huh?
do we touch on this today?
No.
Okay.
Um how do I wanna I'm trying to think of like hints that won't give it away. Um
Says 78, right?
yes.
It's not Guardians 3, is it?
No.
Wakanda Forever?
No. It's oh, God. It involves it's one of the rare multiverse saga movies that involve the multiverse
Oh,
to an extent.
Deadpool Wolverine?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 79% is the next one.
Is this one? No, this is Black Widow, is it?
Yes, it is.
Damn, that got better than.
I do not remember Black Widow being that good.
No.
Eventually, when I get back to that in my rewatching, I'm gonna have to really like pay attention.
They even say you're like, when you're talking about Thunderbolt in your YouTube video, you said he was kind of forgettable.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next
Moving
one
on.
is 82%.
Is this Thunderbolts?
No.
Shit. Oh, Guardians 3?
Yes, it is. Good
Okay.
job. All right. So now, before we crack the top five, I'm gonna give you I'm just gonna refresher of the ones you've already said.
All right.
So you've said Guardians 3, Black Widow, Deadpool, Wolverine, Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder, The Marvels, Brave New World, Eternals, and Quantumania. So with that being said, give me number 84%.
Uh, Wakanda Forever?
Yes, it is. Let's see if you can go 5 for 5. Next one, 88%.
Thunderbolts?
Yes, it is.
You're like,
Top
don't fuck
top
this up. Don't fuck this up.
top three.
Shit.
This one is a 91%.
91, damn. Oh, wait. Is it, is it Shang-Chi?
No.
Is it Far From Home?
Yes, it is. All right.
Oh,
So obviously, with that being said, the top two are No Way Home and Shang Chi. Do you want to guess which one is number one?
I'm gonna say Shang-Chi's number one.
No, it is by 1%. So Shang-Chi is 92, No Way Home is 93.
Oh damn.
On this list, I never thought that Shang-Chi was that high. That's crazy. Like it's a great movie, but that's crazy.
It's more
Never
crazy is
thought
Black Widow.
yeah, I never thought Black Widow would be that high. I never thought Deadpool Wolverine was that low. I never thought Love and Thunder was above 50. But yeah, that was that. So that's all I have. And then the other ones that I have are going to be for next time I do it with you and Jay because you're definitely not going to get it in one sitting.
We'll take like a whole day to be snoring. I got it. I got it.
No, it'll definitely be a hard one because I just saw it on Twitter and I was like,
Oh,
"Yo, this is crazy." I mean, I know since it'll be a while before I do trivia again, give you a hint or I'll tell you what it is. So it was a timeline of the month and the year from WandaVision all the way to uh Brave New World.
oh,
So I was good. Or sorry, not Brave New World. It goes all the way to Doomsday.
oh, damn.
So like I would have had you tell me. I would have had you guys tell me the month and the year for each one in order,
Oh
or at
shit.
least try to.
And that's like movies and shows and stuff.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
starts with WandaVision.
oh true. Damn. How was sweating and shaking? It's
Yeah,
next.
I saw that and I was like, oh my god, that sounds fucking impossible.
Start studying. Also, R.I.P. Peter David, co-creator of was he creator of 2099?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Pretty sad. Yeah, but other than that, I think we're done, right?
Yeah, pretty nice, simple week. Nothing too crazy. Well, I, we say that, but I mean, two Avengers movies got delayed.
Oh, how could I forget? Before we do wrap it up, speaking of Avengers and MCU, no Marvel this year, Comic Con, but
Shit, that's
DC.
right. Oh my god.
You told me before we started recording, but quickly, what do you think of that? Good move, dumb move?
I think that's crazy. Um, because I was so confident they were going to play Fantastic Four like they did Deadpool Wolverine, which I mean they still could do, but it's crazy. But I guess for some people it makes sense because there's not you still have a whole another year before Avengers. Your next movie is Spider-Man, which I think should come out around the same time as Comic-Con next year. So you don't have to trip. But how huge is that for
DC.
yeah, DC? They'll probably I assume they'll get Hall H. I'm sure they'll show off Supergirl. I'm sure they'll show off Lanterns. They may announce Batman. They'll talk about Superman. Like, what a huge good for them.
Yeah. Also, when you think about it, won't I mean, yeah, Fantastic Four will be playing
That it
while
comes out that week.
yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun Comic Con.
Yeah, that's going to be. I heard they still have some stuff there, and obviously they still have their animation. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you'll probably see like what's called freaking Eyes of Wakanda.
I can't wait for Eyes of Wakanda. I think that's going to be a great
Yeah,
show.
that's August, right?
I think it's supposed to be, but I don't think it has a set date yet.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, I guess we're done here.
Another one down the drain.
Yeah. No J Money, obviously.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Geek, where can the people find you in your geek show? I assume
Yeah, you guys can follow me on YouTube at the Geek Takeover.
he's just cooking videos as we go.
You already know.
Yeah, me, you can follow me at J Money Deej on Instagram. No,
And
just
on Twitch
Juancho.
at J Money Deji.
Yeah. And yeah, our socials everywhere. Encounter us. I don't know, but we'll see you guys next time.
Or not. Maybe you'll see you guys at the Geek Takeover instead. It's okay.
It's like, where my people go? They're mine. Yeah, laters.
Bye bye.